So the follow-up call will be done offline. There's no reason I can't have a public call doing this. We're not doing anything wrong. The news station, there is a public line. Anyone can call them. Anyone can contact them. When I do send them this information today, and after that I do a follow-up with Gary, I will then make that private because it will go from there. Everything does not need to be publicized. But I do feel the audience need to know that something is being done.
The law is not a toy, and this baby is not content. A new YouTuber has decided that exploiting a child will be his shortcut to fame. He is urging the public to call CPS, to report fake medical records, to pressure news stations, and to treat a baby as a storyline instead of a human being. This is not advocacy. This is not protection. This is illegal. False CPS reports are a crime. When someone encourages the public to call CPS with fabricated medical claims, they are not helping a child. They are committing acts that fall under false reporting to a government agency, interference with child protection investigations, harassment, and defamation. Every false call drains resources from real children in danger. Every false claim creates trauma for the child and the parent. Every coordinated attack becomes evidence of malicious intent. CPS red flagged this case because of celebrity bullying, not because of danger. They flagged it to stop the public from weaponizing the system. And 2, promoting fake medical records is defamation. The YouTuber is presenting medically impossible, fabricated documents as if they are verified facts. That is not commentary. That is defamation, and it carries civil liability. When you knowingly spread false medical claims about a child, you are not a whistleblower. You are a perpetrator. Petition fraud is not advocacy. Creating a petition based on false medical claims, false homelessness claims, and false abuse claims is not raising awareness. It is fraudulent misrepresentation, defamation, incitement, harassment, and coordinated interference with the family's legal rights. A petition built on lies is not activism, it is a weapon. And 4, recording and broadcasting phone calls in Maryland. The YouTuber publicly paid a phone call he recommended someone make to a Baltimore news station. He did not have permission to record or broadcast it. Maryland is a two-party consent state for audio recordings. This is confirmed by Maryland legislative testimony and legal commentary. Under Maryland law, recording a private conversation without consent is a felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Even if the law had been debated for future amendment, the current law still stands. Playing the audio publicly is not journalism, it ain't a crime. And 5, fabricating threats is not a defense. He is now claiming that Christian sent thugs to intimidate him. There is no evidence, there is no report, there is no verification. False claims and threats are defamation, harassment, attempted justification for illegal behavior. You could not commit crime and then hide behind imaginary danger. Moral reality, this is exploitation. A baby is being used as a content engine. A mother is being used as a villain. A YouTuber is using lies to build a platform. This is not protection, this is spectacle. You cannot claim to care about a child while spreading fake medical records, encouraging mass CPS calls, pressuring newsrooms with false claims, broadcasting illegal recordings, inciting harassment, turning a baby into a storyline. This is not advocacy, this is exploitation. Why CPS red flagged the case? CPS did not red flag this case because of danger. They red flagged it because of the public, because of repeated false reports, celebrity harassment, viral means information, coordinated attacks, spectacle-driven interference. The red flag exists to protect the child from the public, not the parent. And final statement. The law is not a toy. CPS is not a weapon. A baby is not a storyline. And a YouTuber chasing clout is not a hero. Every false report, every fake document, every illegal recording, every fabricated threat, every petition built on lies. These are not acts of concern. These are acts of cruelty. And the yeary consequences. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important public service announcement regarding Maryland laws related to CPS reporting and recording conversations. Pay close attention as these matters are taken very seriously in the state of Maryland. First and foremost, if you're considering making a false report to Child Protective Services, think again. Maryland firmly criminalizes the act of knowingly making a false report. It's not a harmless prank, it's a misdemeanor with very real criminal penalties attached. Furthermore, if you attempt to interfere with someone who is lawfully making a CPS report, you should know that Maryland family law explicitly makes this a crime. punishable worse to 5 years in jail or a fine of up to $10,000. Yes, it is that serious. Not forget the matter of coordinated or mass CPS calls. While the exact phrase may not appear in the statutes, any coordinated effort to make false reports is considered a form of harassment, misuse of emergency services, and even criminal conspiracy. In other words, don't do it. Now onto Maryland's recording laws. Here the state operates under a strict all-party consent rule. That means before you hit that record button, you must have the consent of every single participant in that conversation. Violating this Maryland Wiretap and Electronic Surveillance Act is indeed a felony. Yes, a felony. Punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment and a fine reaching up to $10,000. Finally, if you're thinking of using video recording without audio, you're generally in the clear. But remember, the moment you add audio to that video, Maryland's all-party consent law kicks in. This has been your essential legal reminder. Let's keep our actions lawful and our recordings ethical. Stay informed, Maryland.